Hey guys there, hey guys, Super Megatron here, and today I got a figure here that I just wanted to kind of go over, is the Cybertron Longrack figure. And as you can see, it is a repaint of the Armada hoist mold, which was actually one of the best Armada figures, or at least deluxes. Because it does stuff that we'll see here in a few minutes, but yeah, as you can see, the vehicle mode is some kind of excavator, I should say. Kind of a weird, futuristic slash Cybertronian mode they try to go for here, which is kind of interesting. As you can see, he's got some stripes on the side, which looks pretty nice. And he's got a pretty out there color scheme, but because he's basically based on the Beast Wars Neo character, which was a giraffe, picture here or here, depending on which side I think is better. And for those pictures, you'll see that he was, like I said before, a giraffe, and they try to keep a lot of that color scheme here. At least the, as you can see, the yellow and the brown, and a little bit of white here, but that's more or less for Robo mode. And he does have one gimmick in this mode. He has this big arm. You can't really do too much with it if you try to pull a sleeve on the back, or you push it forward. So you just get a little bit of movement there. But if you take his Cyberplanet key that he came with, which is the reuse Autobot one, my camera, there you go. There you go. It looks like that. You just plug it into the port here. Put that in there. And now you can activate the full gimmick. And the gimmick is just to kind of, have the digger go out there, the digger claw go for it, which isn't bad. Take the key out. And there you go. That's all it does in vehicle mode. Well, he also has some turn here by, I think that's more rest for robot mode. So yeah. Overall, pretty nice vehicle mode that I enjoy quite a bit. So now to transform this guy, what we're going to do here is we're going to start. Well, how I like to start is we're going to take him and kind of lift these pylons up a little bit to where before were down and now they're upwards like so. Then for the legs, we're going to show from the underside here that we're going to in here. There's a lock, and then you push one of them. You push this one forward, and then they'll come untabbed. And then you take the legs. Then just fold them up like here, and then like so. So you have the two legs forward, and from the front, he kind of looks like that. And then we're going to take the legs and just knees bend. Going to take them, and they have little pegs inside here, or tabs, and like two sets of tabs on one and one on the other side, so they interlock. Unlock them, and then just put the legs down. Sometimes they'll clamp in. My right leg does clamp in or snap in a little bit, while the other one doesn't. So I guess that just kind of in time it got loose over time. Then for the feet, we're going to take the feet, fold this red part on the side this side here over, and then these feet flaps will just turn up. And then for the arms, we're just going to put what's going to be his left arm to this side. Now we're going to do that, and then we're going to take this arm to the right. And then we're just going to lift up the head that's back here, and then just push it forward like so. And then we're just going to take the head and rotate it. And as you can see, that's what his robot mode looks like. And I gotta say, I like it quite a bit. I like the color scheme. It still looks really good in robot mode. More of the white is shown off through the legs, which gives a really nice balance. Like white and yellow look really good together. And the head sculpt is entirely new from the Armada toy. It is a, hold on, try to get this video here just a little bit better. Let me just try to get this autofocus off because it's messing me up a little bit. There you go. Yeah, that's a lot better. There's his head sculpt, which looks remarkably like his Beast Wars Neo counterpart, and which I will put up in robot mode to this side again. And then we're just gonna put our focus back on here, and then we'll go on to the articulation. The articulation is for an Armada toy, which tend to not have really great articulation, and some of them got really hindered really bad. He doesn't really suffer from it. He does have a rotating right arm, so it goes up and down, and because of those brown joints in the middle, it can kind of go up to here, but I think that's about the maximum you're gonna get for his arms, to here. You could try to put some more, but I don't think you can. And then for the right arm, all we have left is just this one big ratcheted swivel in here. And the gimmick still works in this mode. So I'm going to just get that key again. And in this mode, it's more like, before it was like kind of a digging motion in digger mode, but now it's more like a punch gimmick now. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Makes him actually look like a super punch. And then, for the left arm, has the same swivel up in here, so he rotates like that, but he has a little elbow too, so he can move his hand forward. Oh, I forgot to mention that when he goes from this mode, like, his hand flaps will be like up here, and then you go down, and then, there you go. Got his little hands. And then he has a rotating waist. His legs are on ball joints, so they go forward and back, and they go in and out. No thigh swivel or lower leg swivel. Like I said, this is Armada, or the original figure was in Armada, so they kind of did rely more on gimmicks than some articulation. So he doesn't have leg joints, but I think that's pretty fair. Has kind of a neat gimmick for less leg articulation, but oh well. And then his leg joints, he's got ratcheted knees, which is really cool. And then the feet flaps, due to transformation, can kind of go in and out a little bit. So they're not really ankle pivots. And then the feet can go, let's see, in this mode. Yeah, they go down a little bit. And overall, I think this is a great figure. I think this is probably one of the best Armada molds. And then the repaint, really works. I like the color scheme, like I said before, that just matches. And this was a great reference that they made to a character that at the time, not all kids were going to get this reference. They just saw the toy like, oh, it's a cool Autobot that was in yellow. But to us fans, they're like, hey, Hasbro decided to take a Japanese exclusive character that not really fan had known at that point, and decided to, make a toy in the US of him, which, I kind of think started a trend, or that might have been a trend that kept going, and he was one of the other ones. But yeah, I think this was a really neat figure, and there are the other, like I said, this is actually just one of the repaints of the original Armada hoist, which I'll probably be putting, up here now. Like, the original Armada hoist looked like this, and then you had the repaint Universe, where he was purple, so here. And then there was the BotCon exclusive, which looked pretty good, but, it's a little bit expensive now. And the Armada figures do have the Minicon, which is okay. It's not a great Minicon, but while this guy doesn't have the extra accessories because they got rid of it for the Cyberkey gimmick, which I thought just kind of kept the parts count just a little bit lower on this guy. Yeah, overall, if you could find a version of this mold that you like the best, I would actually strongly recommend picking up this figure. That's all I really gotta say about this guy, and I will see you guys at the next review.